Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Jess and I'm so glad that you guys are joining me because today we are going to go through some Happy Planner stuff that I just got. This was ordered. A couple of it I think comes from the back to school collection, and then one of it is older. But yeah, we're gonna go through the fun new stuff that I have, and then we're gonna do like a week in my reading planner, so because it's reading themed. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it. First of all, we're gonna go through the product, and I think I'm gonna go accessories, sticker books, and then planner, guided journal, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, so I was on the Happy Planner website and I was looking through their new stuff, and I came across this slim pen holder. It's on elastic, so it is sized to fit your planner. And I had never seen this before, so I don't know if this came out in the back to school or if this came out with a different release, but I'm like, that is really cool. I have to have it. So I have something similar to this. I got it from I can't remember where I got it from. I think maybe I got it from my local bookstore. It's sized to fit like an A5 notebook. This one is actually sized to fit an actual planner. So basically, you have your planner, you have the pen holder, it just fits around the cover. Sorry, I probably should have chosen one that wasn't black. And then you can be able to put your pen in it, and I freaking love it. You could also use it to go around the entire notebook because the elastic is definitely big enough. And then that way it also is holding it closed as well. Again, I should have probably picked up a notebook that wasn't black cover, but you know, I did. And yeah, so that's cool. I like it. I'm excited for that. I think I'm gonna plan on keeping this on my main planner. This is like my reading journal, but I'm gonna keep it on my main planner. And that'll just be nice, so that way when I'm out and about, I have a good pen holder to use. And I'll put in like one of the normal pens that I use, which is usually the Zebra Sarasa Mark-On. So there we go, we're all set up. Next, I have the new reading sticker books, and then I also have the summer reading sticker books. So this one came out last year, this one is new this year. Let's go ahead and go through the original ones first, and then we will go through the new ones. This is actually, oh, there's this piece of sticker on it. This is actually a second pack for me because like my other pack is kind of getting low. But we have book review stickers, we have some functional stickers, book review, and little labels. I really like this. You can be able to put like a little label for what you think about the book. And then we have them with gold. We have these header labels. So reading, library, start a new book, and so on. And that in gold. We have some simple book reviews with some flags and some, these are like little stars. And gold. Favorite quotes, return to the library, and little header boxes, or I guess half circles. Favorite quotes, and these are those little stars, return to library. A book to recommend, and then a book recommended to me. So if somebody recommends a book to you, you can be able to jot it down in your planner. And then these can go actually in your books if if you're the one who you collect physical books because they're like your trophies, you can be able to put these stickers in them and put them in your library. So we have 2 sheets of those different colors from the library of, again, this can go into your books. And then in gold, we have some gold stars. We have some, yeah, I want to make sure I didn't skip a page. Loved it, must read again, and some hearts. Did not finish stickers. These are fun, just a little decorative. Hello, I'm probably reading. Sorry, I can't. I have plans with my book, emotional support tablet, and then some book club, stay home and read, read and unplug, and then some booked all day, and just one more chapter, a stay up past my bedtime, my weekend is all booked. We have some functional stickers, so these are noted, to do, remember, and then just like some little functional and decorative, and these fun designs. Monthly recap stickers with some flags. I love the idea of the monthly recap. You can be able to make like your own recap pages. I think that would be a really fun idea. We have some just various, so we have yearly recap, top five faves, what to read this year, top 5, book notes, book of the month stickers, book notes, and there we go. I like this sticker book. It is definitely one that when I was kind of like running low on some of the stickers, I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and just have a second one just to kind of use like as a backup. And then we have the new reading, and this is one that I may end up getting a second one as well. So we have unfinished books and books to read, and then these little fun little book headers. Like, I feel like some of them you can use for headers, some of them can just be like a little decorative. And then books to read, unfinished, and then more of them. These are really cute. So these are on black background, and then we have some holographic stars. These say book of the month from the library of, and then we have black stars down the middle. You just can't see it. Book of the month from the library of, and it goes all the way down. I love the designs in this one. I do love that it's different than the other sticker book. Currently reading, number of pages read this month, and then some headers for favorite quote. Oh, and Duke is joining me as well. More currently reading, headers, number of pages read this month, and we have some arrows. We have some fun little quote bubbles. So these will be cute if you're making like some decorative pages in your reading journal, or maybe if you're doing like a review page, you could be able to use this and just write down quotes in it that you want to remember. Some loop-de-loop washi strips. These are cute. We have little notebook paper stickers, and then half circle flags. I guess half circle header boxes. And then another page. We have some vertical boxes that are both decorative and functional. Like, I would totally use this one. Maybe it's more meant to be used decorative, but I would use this. But anyways, books are magic. Keep your head in the clouds. Enjoy the simple things, and then just some decorative. Favorite quote. And then this one is just as author, title, due date, and borrower's name. I don't know how I would use that, but I would use it as functional. Book club stickers. Book review stickers, and then these look like flags. Did not finish, must read again, start a new book. And then same thing, but in gold. From the library of, this book belongs to. And then some functional, so hearts, favorite quotes, and then circle with noted. And then same thing, but in gold. Stay home, read books. Definitely be using those decorative stickers in my planner. Books are magic, book club. I close my book to be here. Sorry, I can't. I have plans with my book. Enjoy the little things. Reading is dreaming with your eyes open. Booked all day. Stay home, read books. Some circle headers. Reading, library, start a new book. More star stickers. And we got some headers. Must read again, loved it, and then some hearts. Monthly recap stickers. So these are similar to what they were in this sticker book. It's just slightly different for the header. And then some functional checklists. And then we have some book review, and I really like how these are laid out. These are like color block. So you have the book title, the date read, rating, and then you can write in a little review and then return to library stickers. More of those. And then some quote in the quote bubble. Sorry, I can't. I have plans with my book. My weekend's all booked. I closed my book to be here. And there we go. I like the sticker book, and I'm really excited that like Happy Planner is coming out with more reading stickers because we kind of need them. Okay, maybe I need them. I don't care about anybody else. I need them. And then, I did not mean to hit my cat, I promise. We have the new book club classic reading layout. This is a guided journal. We're gonna look at it. And it tells you about the reading layout. I really like this cover. I think that this is so stinking cute. And then the back cover looks like that. Yours will not come with cat hair though. Mine does. And we are going to open this up. All right, so this is what the inside cover looks like. Welcome to your reading journal. You can write down your favorite authors. You have a space for your name, favorite genres, favorite books. First up, we have a wish list. So they have set up basically a guided journal to be able to use like complementing your planner. Maybe you have your own reading journal and you kind of need some extra pages. So book wish list. What I really like this is you can be able to put down the books that you want to read. So the title, the author, and the genre. And then you can be able to write where you're borrowing it from, or if you're lending it to somebody, who you're lending it to, the loan date, the format, whether it's physical, Kindle, or audio. And then you can put, you want it, do you have it, or have you read it? I would kind of do, I think that the way that I would use this is I would kind of put this as like when I find out about a book that is coming up, I would go ahead and write it down. If I get it from the library, or I think I would do this page first, and then I would do, I want it. If I buy it, I would mark the have, and then after I read it, I would put read. Now, let's say I borrowed it from the library, or I borrowed it from a friend. I would fill in the borrowing from, lending to. I would put the loan date, the format that I read it. So maybe I borrowed it from the library. Then most likely it'd be like an audio book. And then after I read it, I would mark it as read. So there may be some times that I wouldn't mark the have. But yeah, maybe some of them, like if I buy it, I wouldn't do the borrowing from, lending to, or the loan date. Or you could even write buy and then the date that you bought it, that sort of thing. So you have a couple pages of those. And then you have a daily reading tracker. The Happy Planner guided journals always go 4 months at a time. So you have a daily reading tracker. You can be able to write in the 4 months that you're gonna be using it. Each one does have 31 pages, so it's very flexible in terms of which month that you read it. If you're reading it during a month that doesn't have 31 pages, just use like a black marker and black it out. You have a section to put notes, and then pages read key. So you could be able to designate a color for each amount of pages. So is there a day that you only read 0 to 10 pages? 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, or 50 plus. We have a favorite quotes and moments page. So book title, author, page number, and then you can write down the quote, or you can if it's a moment, you can write that down. And it is front and back, and it looks like we have 2 pages like that. A review index. This is what I think is really cool. So you have the books that you reviewed, so you put in the title and then the review number, and then you have a couple pages like that. So that way you can almost kind of create like an index of all of the pages. And then, now this is before you get to each month. You just have a blank page, because now when you get to the month is where you're going to also have your review pages. So you have, for each month, you have a monthly reading challenge. You can be able to put in how many books that you're committed to reading, and then as you read them, fill up the tracker, date started, date finished, and then books to read, and then after you read them, check it off. And your reward for completing the challenge, you can basically set the reward whatever you want. Maybe you want to treat yourself to a new book at the end of the month for completing the challenge. Maybe you want to treat yourself to a movie. You want to, whatever you want, basically. We do have a blank page, and it says in the corner, all the secrets of the world are contained in books. And I could like see myself using this as like almost like a monthly review page. Like I would create my own monthly review page and just kind of put in like a picture of all the books that I read. So in that way it would complement the monthly reading challenge. And then for the individual pages, you have review and thoughts, and then you also have favorite quote and moments. So you have a lot of information that you can be able to put in for the reviews. You have a book title, author, date started, recommended by, the format. And they do differentiate between a paperback and a hardcover, which I think is kind of cool. Writing, plot, characters, overall rating, did you like the ending, genre, the date finished, and would you recommend? And then you can like date up when you created. You have a place to write down your review and thoughts. You can be able to fill in your favorite quote or moment. How would you describe this book in one word or in one sentence? How did you feel when you finished the books? And then any additional notes. So you have, let's see how many review pages that we have. I feel like you have, okay, I don't know what that is. I would cover that up with a sticker. Just looks like some ink that I just got on the page. So yeah, see, you have quite a bit of the review pages. I like that. Oh, and actually, now that I just noticed it, these pages have different questions. So you also have one that says, if you could ask the author any question, what would it be? If you could change one aspect of the book, what would it be and why? Has this book impacted you in some way? If you could rewrite the ending, how would it go? Which character do you relate to the most? If the book was adapted into a TV show or movie, who would your dream cast be? And then it goes back to the how would you describe the book in one word. So I think you have 5 different, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 different that it basically loops through. So I think that is really cool. And then at the very end of the month, it just ends on a blank dot grid page. So let's go through the dividers. Here's the first divider. I like how the divider, you get this fun dot grid design. This one you have like the little library cards. I miss those cards. And each month you have the review pages. What I would love to see in this is more filler paper, like more just plain dot grid filler paper, but I do like this though. So this is lined with like the little thought bubbles. Reading is dreaming with your eyes open. Those may also be clouds. Books are magic, and it has the dot grid design. And then at the very end, dot grid paper. And then this design. I think this is really fun. I like it. I would love to see Happy Planner continue to expand on their reading journal, but this is really good for someone who just wants something kind of simple, especially like maybe you just want a place just to write down reviews. This would be absolutely a great option. So I think I'm definitely going to be using this to kind of go along with my current reading journal, mainly because I'm not doing reviews right now. And I think what I may do is I'm going to be using this more for book club books that that I really discuss. So like for instance, I'm trying to kind of see. One of the book club books that I'm reading is Flawless by Elsie Silver. So I think that this one would be like a really good to kind of like write down like maybe some questions or some thoughts that I want to bring up in book club. And then after the meeting, I can be able to kind of answer the questions, because I think that like, especially after the book club meeting, I always have like a lot of different thoughts about the book than what I go into. So I think that that would be really fun for me to kind of like fill out afterwards. And then the same thing, because my other book club book this month is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. It is so pretty. Look how pretty that this is. So we have some decorative edges on it. This was like the big, I mean, I love this author and I knew for a fact that I wanted to read it, but like the big reason why I wanted to buy it is because of these edges. They're gorgeous. So yeah, so I think the review pages I'm going to plan on using for the books that I'm doing for book club, because those are the ones where I really like to kind of have a place to write out my thoughts, that especially that I want to discuss in book club. So this will be fun to add. I think no matter what though, I'm going to be using the monthly reading challenge pages for like my TBR and such. What I'm going to have to figure out though is how I can be able to add it to my current reading journal. All right, so that is the new items that I got. I will share probably in like an upcoming video for how I'm going to add that to there. But for now, let's go ahead and go to my planner. I mean, as you see, like this pour, this whole pour thing, it desperately needs to be updated. I have been updating it. It's still early in June. I feel like I've updated some stuff. I think it's primarily like this. I totally missed 3 months worth, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. But it's pages like this that need to be updated. This needs to be updated. These need to be updated. I started doing that today. I don't know what happened with that. That's okay, whatever. But yeah, so I'm definitely behind in that. And then I am behind in, oh no, wait a minute, maybe I'm not. Actually, I think I got caught up until like March. I got caught up until the last time that I printed out photos. So one of my plans for today is actually to go back through and print out any missing photo. And so then that way I can continue to update it. So that's what I'm going to plan on doing in another video. Most likely like my collab video with Ruthful Plans. I'm so sorry, Ruth. Please don't yell at me for forgetting your name. Just go follow Ruth. She's awesome. But yeah, so today what we're going to do is I need to update for this week. I will say this week has been very light in reading, so I don't think that I'm really going to do too much. Oh, and I still have to update my monthlies. So like this is kind of what I've been doing. I bought these stickers from Lightly Inked. They're book themed stickers. They are so stinking cute. I love them so much. And I've just basically been using them, and I'm kind of like, I think I'm just going to continue to use them like for this week, and then I'm going to use some of the Happy Planner ones for the next week. But like, I love her little book theme stickers, and I really just want to use them. Okay, so let's do this. Boom. Actually, I should grab this one too. Okay. So I grabbed 2 weeks worth, but we're gonna start with the current week. So I put a Happy Mail sticker on the 3rd. I'm also gonna put a Happy Mail sticker on Friday, even though technically it wasn't Happy Mail. I went out to Barnes & Noble. But I think that that's fine. We're gonna use this little, we're gonna pretend that it was, oh, you know what I could do? I did get Happy Mail on Friday. I got my Happy Planner stuff on Friday. Or did I get it Thursday? I think I got it Thursday. So, just kidding. We're gonna put this sticker, we're gonna put this on Thursday. And I'm gonna use that for like my Happy Planner stuff because I got reading themed stuff that day. We are going to, I love these little guys. We're gonna use him. He is going to be used for, oh, we already really have him on Friday. We're not going to use him there. I am going to use him on Saturday. I don't know quite yet how I'm going to use him, like what I'm going to write there, but it'll be something. The only like book club themed thing that I have going on this week is a book Bedazzle Zoom. So basically, and I'm pretty sure I've shared this in another video, that was the wrong color. Oh, where's my light blue? It's right here. That was supposed to go there. So I'm gonna put down TBR is also the Love Haters, because I got this book today, or I got that book on Tuesday and I've been reading it and I need to finish it today. Okay, so Happy Mail was the Love Haters. It is part of a traveling arc that I'm doing. I have to finish it today so I can put it into the mail tomorrow. It won't be picked up by the USPS until Monday, but that's fine. So The Love Haters by Catherine Center. This is an advanced reader's copy, but the book is out, and I will say I am that far into it. So I'm about halfway. There's been a bunch of people before me, so as you see, we like tab it up and we like write in the book our notes, and it's just so much fun to do this. So like as I've been reading through it, like I love seeing what people have tabbed. I love seeing like the little notes that people are leaving in it. So so far I will say I definitely recommend this book by Catherine Center. Honestly, Catherine Center is one that I will recommend almost any book that she writes. There's a lot of books of hers that I haven't read. Like a lot of her older ones I haven't read yet that are on my TBR, but I've read her newer ones. And yeah, she's definitely one that I would recommend. And then the Bedazzle is, my goodness, I'm a mess. Okay, so this is the first book that I bedazzled. Also, I just noticed that I lost a bead right there that I need to replace. But anyways, Bedazzle, basically you take these little rhinestones and you glue them onto the cover, and it makes it just super, super pretty. So as you see, this is one that is in progress. I started this one when I was at a local bookstore event. And I've started on this side as well. So this will be like the entire thing will be covered, and I cannot wait. This is one that I started at home. It is The Stars Around My Scars. It is an annotated poetry of Taylor Swift, and I love the idea of bedazzling her bodysuit and then bedazzling the guitar. And then I started like the little stars, and then I will do the title as well. But this is a really cool book for anybody who likes Taylor Swift songs. They kind of pick out like some of her songs, and they like annotate it and kind of put in notes and stuff. And I think that that's just like a really, really cool to kind of see like those annotations from the author, Dr. Ellie McCausland, professor of Swiftature. But yeah, so it's just really cool to kind of see like her notes and her thoughts about it. And it goes from debut through The Tortured Poets. They don't do all of her songs, but they do pick out a couple of them. I feel like they kind of picked out like my favorite songs of hers. But yeah, so this one is in progress. And I think that this one is one that I'm going to be working on when I do my book Bedazzle Zoom tomorrow. But then this is also one that I want to do, and I kind of started it today because I'm doing like a reel. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And this is one that's been on my TBR. So I'm currently listening to the audio, but I'm planning on doing this as like an audio / tandem read. So once I'm done with the Love Haters, then I'll be doing this one as a physical / audio. Right now it's probably just gonna be like audio for the rest of today, and then tomorrow I'll start picking up for physical. But yeah, so I decided that I also wanted to bedazzle it. And then honestly, like since I'm probably not going to be keeping this book, I think I'm going to put it up for sale on Pango Books, and hopefully somebody wants to buy a bedazzled copy of it. And I'm planning on doing is really just bedazzling her dress, and that's it. I may do like her necklace, but I'm not going to do any more than that. I got all of my beads from Amazon. So these are some of them, and then I have more, but I really like it. And it's fun. Like it's fun kind of seeing like the sparkle, especially in this light. You can really, really see the sparkle. At least I hope you can. But anyways, I got off topic. I got off track from my books. So this week has been pretty light in terms of reading. Like I've read The Summer of Broken Rules. And that was an audio that took me 3 days just because I'm not spending like as much time with audiobooks as what I typically do. This one was okay. It's by K.L. Walther. I've read another book of hers, While We're Young. I liked While We're Young a lot more than this one. I think I gave this one 3.5 stars, so I'm actually going to go ahead and fill that in. I will say that I probably would have given it more, but honestly, the main characters really annoyed me. Like, I hated the male main character. The female main character, she was okay. They just both annoyed me, let's be honest. I'm going to put in HP order reading themed. And then we'll probably put in like some decorative stickers because like I said, I don't have a lot to fill in. And then Friday I went to Barnes & Noble. While at Barnes & Noble, I bought a new book for a book club book in August, I think it is. So I bought Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, who is also the author of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. If you enjoy fiction, this is like, I hate calling it women's fiction, but that's really what it is. I think it's more of like a contemporary fiction. But anyways, she writes books that are very women empowered. So I definitely recommend her as an author. And it's so pretty. But yeah, so basically it takes place in the 1980s, talking about a young woman both finding her voice and her passion as she fights to become one of the first female NASA astronauts. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one just because, like I said, I absolutely love her books. I've read Malibu Rising. It was on a Kindle. I've done Daisy Jones and the Six, and that was an audiobook. And that one was recommended to me as an audio because it's like a documentary. That's how it's recorded, and it's so fantastic. And then The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is what I'm currently reading. So I'm really excited to do this one as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna write down which book that I bought. And I'm gonna kind of make myself a note because this is an August book club. So then this way I can be able to update my planner to make sure that I do not forget. Okay, and then today we are also going to do, because I've already written down Love Haters, which, like I said, I'm planning on finishing that one up tonight. I'm gonna be taking lots of time to read tonight. I'm gonna also put in the audio that I started. So basically I have my audio Kindle and physical color coded. Blue is for physical, purple is for audiobook, and then a pale yellow is for Kindle. I have not been really reading my Kindle, and I'm so slacking on it. It's pathetic. So I think next week I need to kind of be a lot more intentional about that. Yeah, I don't know what to do for this. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use him for update reading journal. That's what we're gonna do. And then let's just kind of put in like some fun little decorations for these other ones. A lot of times I will not put in like decorations in the middle part of it because I don't like to put it in advance because I need to kind of see like what books am I finishing. I will most likely, I think I'm gonna do a picture right here of the books that I bedazzle. So instead, we're gonna put this right here. You're just gonna put it right there. And then I have an empty page too. I'm trying to kind of decide. I really want to use one of these, but I think I'm gonna hold on that. I really don't. Ooh, we're gonna use one of these, and I'm gonna kind of like, because today I really needed to find a new audiobook, and I actually texted Ruth, and I'm like, Ruth, I am trying to find an audiobook to read. Everything that's in Libby, like that I had was borrowed, because I really actually share like my cards with her and another friend. I'm like, what's downloaded in Libby is just not, it's just not the vibe right now. So she kind of gave me like some recommendations, and then while I was searching those, I came across Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and so I basically did that one instead. So thank you, Ruth, for these suggestions, even though I didn't take them. I'm sorry. We're gonna put him right here. And I think, oh, we can use one of these for like over here maybe. Just a, oof, that was a little too close. because I'm gonna be putting a picture of the Summer of Broken Rules right there. So I'm gonna actually move this over just a little bit. And then I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use one of these. And I'm just gonna kind of put myself like, ooh, I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna use this. Okay, so what I will say is I was really struggling with audiobooks over the past few days. That I just haven't been in the mood. So I'm gonna just kind of put myself a note. So no audio, music instead. Just because usually I do, like sometimes I do an audiobook every single day. I don't know what's been going on lately. But yeah, so maybe I will even do, like I took a picture of Love Haters for the traveling arc. So I may even like print that out right here. I feel like I want to start printing out like more pictures. So maybe I can figure out how I do that. Like I have a picture of my TBR. I could print that out for that. I could do that. I think I'm going to. All right, so now we're going to set it up for next week. And we're not going to use the same stickers. Instead, we're going to use, do I want to use these stickers or do I want to use those other ones? Let's use the new ones. We're going to use the new ones. Okay, so first of all, I am not going to do anything down the checklist side because that's where I write in the books as I'm reading. We're not going to use those. I think we're going to use, no, we're not going to do black. I feel like black you kind of have to be like super intentional for how you use it. Okay, we're going to do a currently reading. Now, what I love to use the currently reading for is my reminder for my color coding system. So this is where I can be able to put in my color coding lines, and then I will write over it whether it is a physical Kindle or audio. Just because of the fact that I'm really bad about updating my tracker every single day, being able to color code it helps me when I go back and fill in my tracker. Okay, so we're not going to do that. I may come back and use some of these, but I feel like that's going to be something kind of like as I go. Okay, so the 10th, we're going to use this. So the 10th, I have a book bedazzling event. I'm obsessed. I have a book bedazzling event at my local bookstore. So we're going to use the sticker that says, enjoy the little things. And even if I can like put it in there, oh, I feel like I need to get a different one. Let's see if there is one that I know for a fact I could fit this in. Like it's a little close. Okay, really, I don't like, okay, if I do one of these, I think it's going to have to be the blue. So I think what we're going to do instead, I'm not going to use this mustard color just because of the fact that it's too close to the gold. It may even be more like a goldish color. We are going to go ahead and use the blue. I think I'm going to use this somewhere else just because it's not like sticking very well to get in. we're gonna put enjoy the little things, and I'm gonna put in what time that the event is that day. And then this is gonna be my reminder for Saturday, because Saturday, actually Sunday, is gonna be a reading journal update day. Ooh, no, we could do Friday. We're gonna do Sunday. And then I also need to kind of set myself a reminder for Friday, because Friday I am going to be having a video post. We're gonna do a little washi strip right there, just because it's cute, that's all. How about, I was kind of thinking that I want to use, I'm gonna have to go back. It was over here. I want to use one of these. And I was kind of thinking for something like this, I could actually potentially cut it in half and use it for multiple days. The only scissors that I can find within reach are these weird little ones, so we're just gonna use them. Oh my goodness. And I will say, I don't know if I love that, just because of the fact that it's kind of a little awkward. It needs a color in the background. That's what it needs. Okay, so how about, I'm kind of thinking, this sticker may be, I think I'm gonna stick it on this for right now. I'm gonna completely take off the paper, because this is like meant to have sticker paper on it, so that will stick nicely there until I decide where it's gonna go. And this is one that I will go ahead and write in beforehand. So we have 6:30 to 9:30. Rubies, Bedazzle. And then Friday is post reading journal on YouTube plus photo Instagram. And then Sunday, I gonna do update reading journal. And record video. I feel like I could probably do the same thing for here on Saturday. And I probably should have, like, instead of doing find a new audiobook. Oh wait, no, I did update reading journal. Plus video. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna go back here. I'm gonna go ahead and write in what each color will mean. Physical, audio, and Kindle. Oh, I remember what else that I wanted. Sometimes I like putting a little TBR. So what we're going to do, I do wish, oh, here we go. We can use one of these first of all. We're gonna use blue. Kind of thinking maybe just put in 3 books, just 'cause I don't know what my reading's gonna look like. I do feel like I am in kind of like a slump when it comes to reading, which is really annoying. We can take one of these. Nope. For whatever reason, that mustard gold color is one that I keep. Apparently I'm like drawn to it with the sticker book. that. And then I'm going to find like a thicker marker, and we're gonna go TBR. And this is actually one, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut this in half, so then that way I can be able to kind of have 2 columns. I hate the idea of wasting like a part of the sticker. So we're gonna put it right here. I don't like that actually. Just kidding. We're gonna put it just like this. But I am going to just slightly trim it so then that way it is even with this one. It's not perfectly cut, but that's okay. And then this way I have 2 columns that I can be able to use for my TBR. As of right now, and I think the TBR itself is going to be like new books. So I think next week I need to do Night and the Moth is going to be definite. And then I also wanted to go ahead and start Flawless too. So those are going to be like books that I need to kind of put as a priority because of the fact that they're for book club. I think the only other thing that I'm going to do, just because I don't like really have plans for anything going on next week besides those 2 days. I'm going to wait and I'm going to decorate more during the week, except for a washi. We're going to put in a washi strip just because I want to have like a little bit of cohesiveness between the pages. But anything else besides that, I'm going to wait and I'm going to see what I do during the week, because I love the idea of posting more photos, especially like on the days that I don't necessarily have a book that I finished. I can always print out a photo and I can be able to put that in there. So we'll kind of see what's going on. And then this is going to be a spread that I come back to because I'll be updating this each day. And then if I finish a book, it'll be down this side. And then if I have like something that ends up going on, it'll be down this side. And then photos that I print out can basically be anywhere. Yeah, that's going to kind of challenge me also to just take more photos of books and stuff during the week. So we will see how that works out for me. Knowing my luck, it'll be crap, but we'll see. Anyways, let's go ahead and put this back in here. I'm really excited to use that guided journal. So let me know if you have any questions about that. Also, let me know if you bought this guided journal or if you bought this new sticker book. I would love to know your thoughts. Like I'm super excited about this. But yeah, there he is. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. Come join me on my next video where you will see me work on this reading journal more, so I can officially get it caught up and then do a video where I go through all of it. I can't wait for that. But thank you guys so much. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.